Hey guys, it's teardown day, but in this episode I'm going to show you how to unclear a clog in your black tank and some general chit chat about Thousand Trails. So stay tuned, you may like this one. This is for the newbies. You may love it if you're a newbie. The thing I like to do is I get a separate hose and fill it to the black tank flush. It's totally separate from your city water connection. Remember, this is a drinking water hose. This one is the black tank flush hose. Here are my two valves. I'm gonna pull out the black tank valve first. Now the first thing you wanna do is put on the water so that your black tank flush can rinse out that black tank. I know when I use my black tank flush that it usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes before the tank can empty. I then close the valve and I let the water from the black tank flush fill up the black tank, and then I release the valve again. I always leave the water on for a continual flush. I'm gonna take you guys through the entire cycle with me. It takes about 15 minutes. If you don't do the black tank flush, this thing takes about 4 minutes to do, but every time we end our camping weekend, I like to do the black tank flush routine to clear any clogs to make sure that my black tank is empty upon travel. Okay, about 5 minutes has passed. I'm gonna close this valve again, and I'm gonna let the tank fill up. It's best to test this procedure when you're at a full hookup location where you can do it in the comfort of your own RV site. If you try to do it when you're at a site that doesn't have full hookups, it may be kind of time consuming, or you may see people watching you because you may have people waiting to dump their tanks as well. So it's better to practice this when you have full hookups so that when you get to a dump station where you don't have full hookups, you'll be able to figure this out and do it fast. When you're doing it fast, you can do 2 cycles or 3 cycles. I usually do 4 to 5 cycles of filling up the tank, draining it out, filling up the tank, and draining it out. Repeating this cycle many times, it eliminates odors, it eliminates clogs, and it eliminates a lot of mess and costly repairs that you would have to take depending on your black tank. I'm also going to show you what we use in the camper and the black tank just to help dissolve all of the paper waste. We use Happy Campers. I'm going to show it to you when we get back inside the RV. Okay, this is the second time we're gonna flush the tank. Again, you just open up the valve and release the pressure. Now, every time you do this, there's a clear end to that rhino pipe. So you just look at the clear end, and when you see clear water, you know that there's nothing left in your black tank. Every time you do the flush, in the beginning, you're gonna see waste, mostly paper waste, and then it's gonna go clear. But each time that you do it, you're gonna see that it's gonna get clearer and clearer. Once you see that it's totally clear, you know that your black tank is clear of waste. This is the Happy Campers product that we use. It's odor-free and organic. It breaks down the waste lovely so that the longer you stay, the less waste you'll have in your tank. It breaks it down where it liquefies everything. Again, I'll put a link in the description for this Happy Campers. There's other products that you can use, but this is the one that we used. We tried it, it worked out, and it's been the best for us. If you read the side here, it says, try it risk-free. It does what we claim or your money back. And I'll tell you, it did what it said it's gonna do. It broke down all the waste. Okay, this is the 3rd time that we're opening up the tank. Again, you can hear the rush of water coming out. What you want to see, it's all clear. I made sure it was clear before I started the video. You want to make sure that it's clear. Okay, at that time, it was all clear, but I'm going to do it one last time just to ensure everything, and for purposes of this video. You never rush, you take your time, and everything will be clear, and your RV will be lighter as you're traveling. Now, as I mentioned before, the best time to do this is when you're at a full hookup location. Thousand Trails has multiple full hookup locations. Let me close this door before my pup runs out. I'm gonna let them out soon, but you gotta follow the rules, you know? You don't want them running around without the leash. But Thousand Trails mostly has full hookup sites where you'll be able to practice this and clean your tank before you move on to your next destination. That's why Thousand Trails is one great membership to have. I talk about Thousand Trails in most of my videos, and most of the parks that we go to are Thousand Trails. I have the camping pass, which is part of the Thousand Trails lower membership. I paid $4.99 for 1 year. That's what signing up early with the discount. Now, if you sign up, there's multiple deals. It may be $4.99, it may be $5.99. I think the highest I've ever seen it was $5.99. And that would get you one zone within the United States, and you can camp for that one low price, $600 or $500, whatever it is when you sign up, and you can go at most 14 days at a time. We usually camp for 3 to 4 days at a time, and we always find spots. If you stay, I believe, more than 4 days, that's when you have to stay out of the system for 7 days. But you can stay up to 14 days. Once you hit that 14th day, you have to stay out of the system for 7 days. So it's a no-brainer. With this membership, you can learn all of the tricks of the trade of your RV. You can do your shakedown trips, because these parks are all over the United States. Now I'm gonna do my final black tank flush. Okay, I'm opening up the tank for the last time. And it's open, and here we go. Okay, now that I completed my last black tank flush, now it's time to let go of the gray tank that's in the bathroom. This RV has two gray tanks. So one is all the way up by the kitchen. That's the one that we have the water cut off now so that we're not using it. But the black tank that's in the bathroom is connected to the sink in the bathroom and the bathtub. So we use that one second just to flush out the pipe. Okay, while this tank is open here, I'm gonna open up the second tank. Remember, if you close this tank and open this tank, nothing's gonna come through, because this tank has to pass through this valve to get in to the piping. But this is clearing out the pipe of any leftover debris, which it shouldn't be after we flushed it 4 times. Now, after you flushed your tank multiple times, you're gonna see the clog has come out. There's other techniques that other people use where they snake the pipe up and down. You snake the pipe up and down, it would throw pressure up the tank and push it back down, which would also help clear a clog that's within that drainage system. Remember, after you finish flushing your black tank, always use a tank sanitizer. These tank sanitizers have enzymes in it that helps your black tank break down that waste material to liquefy it. So after you do all your flushes, that's when you put the black tank treatment in your toilet, not before, because if you do it before, you're just gonna flush it out. So you wait till you finish doing all your flushes, and then after you close your tanks back up, that's when you put your sanitizer in the black tank through the toilet bowl. You just put your foot on that lever, let the water run a little bit, and let the sanitizer do its job down the toilet bowl into the black tank. This portion usually takes the longest because you have to wait for your tank to drain out. You wait till your tank to drain out, because if you close it back up before it drains, when you go for your next trip and you go to hook up everything, you're gonna get a little surprise with some spillage. So we usually just let it drain, leave it for like 5 minutes, and then come back, and then you can unhook everything and everything should be fine. But remember, let that drainage spill out into the hose while it's still hooked up, and wait 5 minutes and then unhook. You can actually hear it dripping out. That's how you know it's spillage coming out. So once you don't hear anything anymore, it should be safe, but wait 5 minutes. I hope this video has been very helpful for you. If you like these videos, please hit that like button. Show YouTube that something is happening over here and they should pay more attention to it. If you stuck around this long, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you aboard, as I mentioned in every video. Now remember these tips. Every time you flush at least 3 to 4 times. We're a family of 7, so we have a very large family. We can go without dumping our black tank for about 3 to 4 days. In that time, we use the Happy Campers organic solution so that it can help dissolve all the waste that we have in our tank to liquefy it. So remember, if you like Happy Campers, I'm going to put a link down in the description. You can also use other enzyme quality products for the black tank. You don't have to use Happy Campers. That's what we use, and we're happy with it. If you have a way that I haven't mentioned that you unclog your black tank, please let us know. I would love to try some new strategies to unclogging the black tank. I use this strategy and it's been working for me so far. We've been traveling in this RV for over a year, and just flushing this tank out has eliminated any possible odors that could have happened. We have no odors coming from the black tank, and it's clog free. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're out of here. It's tear down day. I have to get this RV hitched up and ready to go back to the city. Until next week. Oh, before I go, you're going to want to watch next week. We're going to another campground that's close by. This one is Gettysburg. We're leaving Gettysburg now, but the next one is going to be pretty cool. We went there before. We liked it so much that we're going back. So check us out next week. Until next time, I'm Ricky from the Smalls RV Adventures. See you later, everybody.